From the Chesapeake Bay Journal, your source for independent environmental reporting, this is Chesapeake Uncharted, the podcast that uncovers stories about the Bay, its interconnected ecosystem, and the people who rely on it. I'm Jeremy Cox. On today's episode, a preview of what's to come during Season 3.
Will help an expendable launch services industry to get off the ground. We'll soon implement a number of executive initiatives.
It's January 1984. President Ronald Reagan is giving the State of the Union address, and he's about to make history.
And as we develop the frontier of space, let us remember our responsibility to preserve our older resources here on Earth. Preservation of our environment is not a liberal or conservative challenge. It's common sense. Though this is a time of budget constraints, I have requested for EPA one of the largest percentage budget increases of any agency. We will begin the long, necessary effort to clean up a productive recreational area and a special national resource, the Chesapeake Bay.
From those words grew the largest cleanup plan ever attempted by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Billions of dollars and untold amounts of political capital have been devoted to resuscitating America's largest estuary. 40 years after President Reagan announced this historic enterprise, at least two facts are readily apparent. Impressive strides have been made cleaning up pollution from farms, cities, and wastewater treatment plants in the Bay region. But not nearly as much has been accomplished as the effort's architects had imagined. With the current Bay Agreement set to expire in 2025, federal agencies in the Bay States are beginning to explore what the way forward looks like. With that in mind, we here at the Bay Journal were interested in hearing from a younger generation of Bay leaders, the people who weren't born yet at the launch of the Chesapeake Bay pollution fighting campaign. People who, for the most part, are still in their 20s and 30s. This season, we'll hear from people who are reshaping the very identity of environmentalism in the region.
How do you align racial equity and inclusionary practices into that mission? What does it mean as a part of your practice to not only preserve habitat or to preserve a resource? How do you include people in that? I think we're still working towards the how.
We'll hear from people who are putting a new spin on connecting the public with the science going on behind the scenes.
If you have any fish questions, I'm happy to answer. I want to be a positive force for science communication. If you don't know an accurate source for science, I'll be that accurate source.
We'll hear from people who are changing the face of the Bay's iconic seafood industry.
Aquaculture really is just an extension of traditional fisheries, the traditional space. In my opinion, I don't think that it's a replacement. I think it's a support system. So I think that for me, it's like we're in this new evolution.
My hope with these conversations is to bring forward voices that remind listeners why the Chesapeake Bay remains, to borrow a phrase, a special national resource. And maybe these discussions can help guide us to 2025 and beyond. If you have a suggestion for someone I should talk to, let me know. You can reach me at jcox, that's JCOX, at bayjournal.com. Stay tuned for a new season of Chesapeake Uncharted, coming your way on December 15th. Find it wherever you stream your podcasts, or visit us at ChesapeakeUncharted.com. And don't forget to catch up with Seasons 1 and 2. See you there.